Good afternoon everyone, hope you are having a good day. We are Group D in Thursday's tutorial. My group members Mahesh, Tarun, Sharon, Ashwarya and myself Zobia will be covering 3 questions and 2 problems today.
Hi, so today we'll be looking into the question number 1. So in this question, what we do is we take the given yen and we convert it into the Swiss francs through its exchange markets, foreign exchange markets. So once you convert the yen to Swiss francs, you invest the Swiss francs into the Swiss money market. So over a period of time, when the investment horizon ends, you take the Swiss francs and you convert it back into the yen through the future spot foreign exchange market. Thank you.
So basically in this question we have two hypotheses. The first one is the forward rate unbiased hypothesis that holds under the conditions of market neutrality and rational expectations from market agents. So this gives us the first equation, that is the forward rate is equal to the conditional expectation of the future spot rate. Now the important thing is the LHS is equal to the RHS and we know that this equation is true. Now, is this equivalent to our second hypothesis? On the LHS, if we subtract and divide the spot rate, this gives us the formula of change. In this case, is the forward premium or the discount. Now, when we do the same thing on the RHS, we can see that it gives us the expected or the prediction of the rate of appreciation or depreciation. So, this means LHS is equal to RHS. Based on the premise that the first equation or hypothesis are true, we can conclude that the forward premium or discount on foreign currency is an unbiased prediction of the future rate of appreciation or depreciation.
So the uncertain part of an asset's return can be broken down into two parts. One is non-diversifiable and the other one is diversifiable. So by non-diversifiable, what we mean is that this part is determined by the covariance of the return on the asset with the return on the market portfolio. This part is the source of risk and also the part that gives rise to risk premium on the asset. The other component of the uncertain part of an asset's return is the part that is diversifiable and therefore does not contribute to the variance if a portfolio is well diversified. This part is not considered as a risk to an investor who holds a large, well diversified portfolio.
So according to the question, we are asked to find the mean and the standard deviation for the future expected spot rate for a given current rate of 1.5845 US dollar paid to purchase 1 euro. So to calculate the mean, there is a formula which is the sum of observations divided by the total number of observations. So all the future possible exchange rates are given, which is 7%, 3% and so on. So you total up all the future possible exchange rates, which are your sum of observations, divided by the total number of observations, which is 8. So you get a total value of minus 0.5% as your mean. So now that we've calculated the average mean of minus 0.5%, we'll have to find the future spot exchange rate. For this, we'll have to use the future value of 1 plus r raised to t into the present value. The present value here is the current exchange rate, which is 1.5845 US dollar per euro multiplied by 1 minus 0.5%. Usually it is plus, but since the average mean is minus, you'll have to calculate it as 1 minus 0.5% and you get a total value of 1.5766 US dollar per euro purchased. So now to calculate the standard deviation of the future spot exchange rate, we'll have to calculate it using the formula of sum of x minus x bar the whole square divided by n minus 1 whole root. So we have the futures possible exchange rates, which is 7%, 3% and so on. We also have the x bar, which is your average mean, which is minus 0.5%. You subtract the values and you square the values. Then you'll have to multiply these values with the probability. The probability is given in the question as 1 by 8 because they're equally likely events, so which will give you a decimal value of 0.125 as your probability. You multiply the probability with the squared values and you get a total value of 17.25 as your variance, and you can easily calculate the standard deviation by calculating the square root of 17.25, which is the total value of 4.1533. So now that we've calculated the standard deviation of 4.1533, we'll have to multiply it with the current exchange rate of 1.5845 US dollar per euro to get the future spot exchange rate standard deviation, which will be $0.0658 per euro.
The question asks us to calculate the profit and loss on a forward purchase. To do this, we use the CAPM formula, we substitute the values, and we find the difference between the expected spot rate and the forward rate, that is 10.5%. Using this value, multiplying it with the current spot rate, that's 1.55, will give us $0.1627 per pound. Multiplying this value with the amount that we wish to purchase, 1 million, will give us a profit. This is an equilibrium because of this expected gain. The nature of pound seems to weaken when the market is down. This is not favorable for buyers of pound as it could result in losses. But sellers of pound, on the other hand, have a negative beta asset with them. A negative beta asset is an asset that performs well when the market is down, and when the market is doing good, this asset performs poorly. It is used and included in portfolios to manage between the risks and to reduce losses during the different fluctuations in the market condition.
Thank you for watching our video. We're looking forward to your feedback in the discussion forum.